Now is our time for public participation. We didn't have a list back there, but I know one gentleman would like to talk, and Doug would like to talk also.
My name's Henry Miller. I live in Canyon Country. Last month, we talked about traffic, and I spoke specifically about if you're heading west on Soledad, and as soon as the red light at Soledad and Sand Canyon turned green, the one at Kenroy turned red. 400 feet, you had to stop. I did get in touch with Cesar Romo at the city traffic, and that light has been changed. Now, here's the thing. If you live up Kenroy, please do not listen. If you're going west and you get stopped at that light at Sand Canyon, Soledad and Sand Canyon, call the city, call Mr. Romo, let him know you appreciate the change. Because what happened was the people on Kenroy were calling and complaining they got stuck at the red light. There's more traffic on Soledad. So we can make some changes, and I just hate to see it go back. And then if I have time, I'll just say I'm a veteran. November the 8th, which is Election Day, 50 years ago, Election Day was my first day in the Army. And to the lady that was asking about the homeless vets, the VA in Sepulveda is huge, and I don't know what the hell they do with it, but there's a thought for you guys.
Thank you. Doug?
Thank you. Douglas Frazier. I'm on the recently elected panel for the rent adjustment at the city. I'm going to give you some updates tonight on what's happening. The panel has been elected for the next 3 years. 2 representatives from the residents is Douglas Frazier and Hadassah Foster from Polynesian Mobile Home Park. 2 owner representatives is John Lang from Placerita and Mary Orr from Caravilla. So the city is in the process right now. If you don't understand, there is 5 members on this panel. The 5th member is supposed to be a neutral party, and the city is in the process of recruiting that 5th member. It's a volunteer position, and they're asking for nominations by September 30th. I have some papers with the information on it regarding the requirements. There's a couple papers on the back counter if you're interested. I should show you maybe the paper instead of the back. Down here is a phone number I put on there. That's the city that you can call and ask for information. So the main requirements are mostly negative. You don't have a home in a manufactured home park. You do not have financial interest. You do not have professional interest. Other than that, you just be a citizen and an advocate or a concerned person. And see me after the meeting. I'll give you the paperwork. Any questions on what's going on? Very good.
I just wanted to take some time to update you on some of the things about Measure E. As you may or may not know, you have to actually travel down to Norwalk to pull up financial disclosure documents regarding COC or Measure E. At least you can go to City Hall and get information about the City Council races. But just to give you a summary here, the Yes on E committee spent $443,000 passing Measure E. Less than $200 of that, $200 came from private individuals. All the rest of the money came from the COC Foundation, which is a nonprofit, $150,000. The Lundgren Management Company with offices on Citrus gave $80,000. They built the University Center. They're working on the Canyon Country campus, and you can't tell me that they don't expect to get Measure E contracts. This is a pay-to-play program. All of these bond issues, bond measure, all these Prop 39 bonds. We are seeing a $3.3 billion bond issue in Los Angeles for the community college that'll be on the district. And you have another $300 million bond issue in Antelope Valley. So the two areas that funnel students, out-of-district students into our area are having massive bond programs. So I feel that it's a shame that this money is all being spent. The No on E spent like about $100 in spray paint and boxes. On the agenda on Tuesday is the new contract for SCV TV. That has gone from $50,000 a year to $190,000 a year. I happened to find a expense expenditure in 2016 for $14,000 that I had never seen before. So I went and I asked for the receipts to back that up. The receipts for that expense statement for 2016 included expenditures from 2013, 2014, 2015. Who at City Hall is checking these expenditures? Some of them are for most of them are for consumables, not for capital goods. So I hope that the members of the City Council will look at that proposal very closely. There is no reason to give Leon Ward. Why not hire him as the communications manager for the City of Santa Clarita? There is no reason to give that man $190,000 to run Channel 20 and Channel 99 here in the City of Santa Clarita. I thank you very much. I'm unable to be at the meeting on Tuesday, so I hope somebody will pick up the ball on that, and I will be sending a copy to each and every of the City Council members so that they are aware before they vote of what I'm finding by going down and pulling the documents. Thank you.
Well, we're a little ahead of schedule, but you guys are going to go home early. We have our agenda for October is we're going to have members of the county will be here. The County Parks Commission will be here to talk about the proposal on the ballot for a new county parks fee. And they're coming to talk about that on in October. We were also planning to have an assembly forum between Dante Acosta and Christy Smith, but Dante Acosta has declined our invitation. So we'll see if Christy still wants to come. What else do we have, Al?
I don't really recall, but I just wanted to say a couple of things about the Park District. You know that we've discussed this before, and we had asked for the county to come out and talk to us about this for several months, and they had refused, and in part because they said we lived in the city, but I kept saying we still live in the county, right? And at first it was being talked about as a park district, but that's not what it's going to be. What the county has decided to do was put on the ballot a parcel tax. So that parcel tax is set at 1.5 cents per foot of your developed parcel. And that's how they get the average of $22 per single-family dwelling, because it's based upon about a 1,500 square foot house. So we realize that there is question about how much of that money would come back to the city of Santa Clarita and what it would be used for. So I was very glad that I was at Aetna last month, or the month before, no, it was the month before, and met the new county liaison, and she was talking about the district, and I asked her if she could contact the powers to be and see if they get someone else to come out and talk to us about it. So come next month, I'm trying to remember the lady's name, but she heads up that department. She will be here to explain exactly what the county parks district plan will be, how they will determine how much is on each parcel, and how much would be returned to the city of Santa Clarita. And when we know that, then we can make a determination, because I know that in a lot of cases, our city powers have never refused any money, no matter how much it cost us. And I believe that if we're not going to get the amount returned to us close to or more than what we put in, I would suggest that we vote no. So let's wait and see. They'll be here next month, and we'll know more about it.
Okay, again, thank you for choosing the Canyon Country Advisory Committee. I'd like to thank these gentlemen again for the forum, and thank you for your questions, and we'll see you next month.